Yeah, hi everyone. Welcome to NCKHUB. So today in our video we are going to cover how to deploy Spring Boot application into external Tomcat server. Yeah, so what are the things required for deploying Spring Boot application on external server? Like first step is like we need to package the application as WAR file instead of jar. So when you create a Spring Boot pom.xml, so default it would be packaging as jar. So instead of that we need to change that as a var. So second one is like we need to prevent the Spring Boot application from using the embedded Tomcat server. So for that we can add a tag with scope as a provided. So this is going to exclude this Tomcat server from starting. And then third one is like we need to extend the Spring Boot application main class. Like we need to extend that Spring Boot application class with Spring Boot server in servlet initializer, and also need to override the configure method. So sometimes we can ignore this override, still we can make use of it. And fourth one is we need to add a tag in the properties of pom.xml, like a start class. So this is required like to identify when we deploy the var in the Tomcat, like it has to identify like where the main method and the Spring Boot application annotation exists. So within this start class we need to tag, we need to provide the Spring Boot application package and the class name. So yeah, we need to make sure like Spring Boot starter web dependency exists in our pom.xml. So how to do the packaging? So yeah, in Spring Boot we normally start like run as Java application or run as Spring Boot application. So our application gets started. So instead of that, now we need to do the packaging as a war file. So how can we do it? So by using this command prompt, we can open command prompt, and where our Spring Boot application project exists, so we can go to the path and we can execute the maven command, like maven package. And also like we can use the IDE like Eclipse, so we can right click on the project and select run as maven install. So this is going to generate the war file in the target folder. So from there we can pick that war file and we can place it in the external Tomcat server. So now let's quickly check how can we uh, start this war file in the Tomcat server. Yeah, so first we should download the Tomcat server from the Tomcat website. So if we open tomcat.apache.org download, so here it will list the latest version. So now the latest version is 9.0.96. So similarly we can use the other versions of Tomcat. So in this video, like we are showing Tomcat 9, so similarly we can use Tomcat 10 or Tomcat 11, so which has its own versions, latest versions. Yeah, so this is 11.0 and this is 10.0, 10 Apache Tomcat 10, so which is latest one is 10.1.31. So similarly 11, 11.0.0. So in our example, so we are using Tomcat 9. So I am using the version 9072 in this video. So from here we need to download this core zip. So within this we can see all the folders. Yeah, so once you download it, yeah, and extract it so that we can see all this folder: bin, conf, lib, logs, temp, web apps and work. And then so we need to configure the Catalina home path in the environment variables. So just search in your system for system and environment variables for your account. So here we need to add a new variable like Catalina home, and we need to provide the path where is your Apache Tomcat. So once you select it, so we can add it, and then Java should present. So currently I am using 19, and similarly we should have a Maven. So right now I'm using this Apache Maven 3.9. So for that also you need to add the variable Maven home and the corresponding path. So once these are available, so you can go to your Spring Boot project where it exists. So my project is in this path, Spring Boot deployer 1. So open the command prompt, and you can check the Maven version what got installed. So with this command Maven hyphen version, so here it will show 3.9.0. So here I'm using the command Maven package. It will build it. Yeah, so here you can see the build is success, and then building var it was going to show me the path where it got generated, hello test.var. Okay, so now just go to the Spring Boot application. So this is my Spring Boot project. So yeah, this is my Spring Boot application main class. So this is my class name, and here you can see as we discussed in PPT, like it is extending the Spring Boot servlet initializer class. So corresponding we need to import that, and yeah, so similarly like we need to override the configure method as we discussed in PPT. So these are the two things. First, extend the Spring Boot servlet initializer class and then override the configure method. Okay. So, and then we can check the pom.xml. So here we can see the packaging. So it is var instead of jar. And, and in properties, we need to add one tag, start class, and where we need to provide the Spring Boot application main class. So I'm providing here, and then we can see this dependency exists, Spring Boot starter web, and we can see Spring Boot starter Tomcat, and here you can see the scope provided. So once we provide this, it is not going to use the embedded Tomcat server when this application got started. So yeah, here we can see the build. We have given the final name hello test. So whatever name you are going to provide here, so our var file is going to generate with that name. Okay, so yeah, another method like to generate that var file. So you right click on your project and select the Maven. So yeah, so select the run as, and we can see this Maven install. Yeah, so whatever Maven package does, so same thing is doing by this run as Maven install here from the IDE. So here you can see yeah, var file location, it is showing here building var. This is the path where we can get the var file hello test var, or you can check so what it is going to generate. So just try it again. Yeah, you can see. So if we change the final name, so now here you can see that building var target hello demo.1. So whatever name we are going to here, so it is going to generate with that name. So I just added one controller class. So here I have two methods. So one is just hello one and hello two methods. So for first method I am not providing any request mapping, and then second method, so I just added hello for path, and then I am just printing the message, just returning the string. Okay, hello user, welcome to NCKHUB. For first method I'm just giving a message, returning a hello user, welcome to Spring Boot Learning. So now we'll see like how to start the Tomcat server. So I'm just exiting it. Yeah, now just go to the path where Tomcat's server is available. So now open this and you can see the web apps folder. Okay, so now you can see hello test var, it's already there. So I'm just deleting it. Now I will try to start this Tomcat server. So here open the command prompt and we need to use the startup.batch. So here we can see this Tomcat server is starting, and yeah, just open browser. Yeah, so now this Tomcat server is started and you can see the localhost 8080. So it is showing me the Apache Tomcat 9072 homepage. So on click of this server status, yeah, so these credentials like are available in this Tomcat itself. So there is a conf directory where Tomcat users.xml will be there file. So just open it. So here we need to provide the username and password to access this UI. So, yeah, so here you can see like what are the applications available. So as we see, so this was already showing in this applications. Okay, hello test. So as I deployed earlier, so hello test, and here you can see welcome to Spring Boot Learning. So this is my first, and now I will provide hello, and here it is showing hello user, welcome to NCKHUB. Yeah, so that is how we can deploy Spring Boot application into external Tomcat server. Yeah, thank you very much.